Good evening and welcome to your nightly news update, bringing you the latest breaking stories from across the nation and around the world. We begin tonight in Washington, where the Supreme Court has upheld a Biden administration effort to regulate so-called ghost gun kits. These kits, which allow individuals to easily assemble firearms using parts purchased online, will now be subject to federal firearm regulations. In a 7-2 ruling, Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote the majority opinion, affirming that the kits fall under the jurisdiction of the Gun Control Act. The decision settles the long-debated legal question of whether these untraceable firearms should be regulated like traditional guns. Meanwhile, a major controversy is unfolding in Washington tonight. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reportedly disclosed highly classified information in a signal chat with top Trump national security officials. A U.S. defense official revealed that the information Hegseth shared pertained to an operation that had not even commenced at the time. His real-time updates in the chat were akin to those typically reserved for classified briefings to the president. President Trump has denied any wrongdoing regarding these allegations. In Massachusetts, federal authorities took Tufts University international graduate student Rumeysa Ozturk into custody Tuesday evening. The Department of Homeland Security alleges that Ozturk engaged in activities in support of Hamas. Specific details remain undisclosed, but she is currently being held at a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention center in Louisiana. Tufts University President Sunil Kumar confirmed the arrest in a campus-wide email, stating that Ozturk was taken into custody outside her off-campus apartment in Somerville. A surge in violent attacks on Tesla showrooms, charging stations, and vehicles has prompted the FBI to launch a task force to address the issue. The Justice Department has announced charges against multiple arson suspects, with Attorney General Pam Bondi categorizing the attacks as domestic terrorism. Despite this, few Democratic leaders have spoken out against the violence, leading to criticism over their silence. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and former Speaker Nancy Pelosi declined to comment when pressed by reporters. More controversy in Washington tonight as NPR CEO Catherine Maher admitted that the organization mishandled its coverage of the Hunter Biden laptop story during the 2020 election. Testifying before Congress, Maher conceded that NPR had dismissed the story without serious investigation, a decision she now acknowledges as a mistake. House Republicans grilled Maher and PBS CEO Paula Kerger on accusations of biased coverage funded by taxpayer dollars. In another major development, the Department of Government Efficiency under Elon Musk's leadership is moving forward with downsizing the Social Security Administration. The changes include office closures, reduced phone services, and new in-person requirements for benefit applications. Many senior lawmakers, including some of President Trump's GOP allies, were left in the dark about these changes. Critics argue that the move is an indirect attempt to limit Social Security access, while the administration insists the goal is improved efficiency. A search and recovery mission is underway in Lithuania after 4 U.S. Army soldiers went missing during a training exercise. The soldiers, all from the 1st Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division, were in a training area near Pabrid, close to the Belarus border, when their M88 recovery vehicle was discovered submerged in a body of water. Lithuanian forces and first responders are assisting in the search, highlighting the strong partnership between NATO allies. And tonight, Representative Jasmine Crockett, D. Texas, is under fire after remarks made about Texas Governor Greg Abbott's disability. During a recent event, Crockett referred to Abbott as Governor Hot Wheels, a remark widely criticized, including by the hosts of ABC's The View. Crockett has since defended her comments, stating that she was referencing Abbott's policies rather than his medical condition. Facing possible censure, she continues to push back against claims of insensitivity. Tonight, with the latest developments on the tragic death of Miller Gardner, the 14-year-old son of former New York Yankees outfielder Brett Gardner. Costa Rican authorities have announced it could take up to 2 or 3 months to determine the cause of death, as forensic laboratories in the country are overwhelmed with cases. Miller was found dead on Friday morning in his hotel room at a hotel in Manuel Antonio, Costa Rica. The Judicial Investigation Police, or OIJ, reported that the Gardner family had fallen ill, likely from food poisoning after eating at a different hotel the night before. Maricel Rodriguez, spokesperson for the OIJ, spoke with CNN, confirming that while initial reports suggested asphyxiation due to food poisoning, forensic exams later ruled out asphyxia as there was no obstruction of the airways. Investigators are awaiting toxicology reports to confirm if food poisoning was the cause, but they warned that the results may take several months. Rodriguez explained the delays, saying the high demand for forensic work due to an increase in autopsies, largely due to rising homicide rates, has put a strain on Costa Rica's forensic laboratories. The Gardner's tragic loss has left the family grieving. In a statement issued Sunday, Brett and his wife Jessica expressed their heartbreak, saying that Miller left us far too soon and that he lived life to the fullest. They shared their devastation at losing their son, who was passionate about football, baseball, golf, hunting, fishing, and spending time with family and friends. Brett Gardner, who played for 14 seasons with the Yankees and was part of their 2009 World Series championship team, retired in 2021. The Arenas Del Mar Hotel, where the family was staying, has emphasized that the family did not eat any meals at their restaurants on the day before Miller's passing. The hotel cooperates with authorities and maintains that all medical treatment was administered by professionals, not by hotel staff. The body of Miller Gardner has been released to the United States Embassy in Costa Rica, which is overseeing the process of returning his remains to the United States. We'll continue to follow this heartbreaking story and bring you updates as they become available. Our thoughts remain with the Gardner family during this incredibly difficult time. And a significant development from Gaza, protests erupted on Tuesday, with hundreds of Palestinians taking to the streets to voice their anger at both the Israeli military and the ruling militant group Hamas. Among the protesters was Bilal Abu Zaid, a Palestinian from northern Gaza, who shared his frustration with both parties for bringing devastation to the region. Abu Zaid placed primary blame on Israel for Gaza's suffering, but also criticized Hamas, the group that controls Gaza, for its role in the ongoing crisis. He said, "We are oppressed by the occupation army, Israel, and we are oppressed by Hamas. Hamas launched the October 7th operation, and today, we are paying the price." The protests, which have continued for 2 consecutive days, are some of the largest demonstrations against Hamas since the October 7th attacks that led to the war. Protesters chanted slogans such as, "For God's sake, Hamas out and we want an end to the war." In a powerful statement, Mahmoud Haj Ahmad, a surgeon at Kamal Adwan Hospital, demanded an end to the bloodshed, urging both Israel and Hamas to stop their destructive actions. "Enough is enough," said another protester, lawyer Mohammed Attallah, calling for Hamas to step aside and allow others to lead. The situation has grown increasingly dire, with the death toll surpassing 50,000 Palestinians since the start of Israel's war against Hamas, as the humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to worsen. In fact, 90% of Gaza's population has been displaced, many of them without shelter or basic necessities. While some Palestinians remain fearful of speaking out against Hamas due to potential reprisals, the protests reflect growing frustration with the militant group's rule. A Gaza-based activist expressed concerns that Hamas may intensify its crackdown on dissent, but acknowledged that the pressure on Gazans is becoming unbearable. As the violence continues, the people of Gaza are demanding change, calling for an end to both the war and the oppressive conditions they face under Hamas's rule. Heartbreaking news tonight, 16-year-old TikTok star Joshua Blackledge has passed away. The North Carolina native, best known for his car-related content, died on March 18th at his home in Newport. The cause of death has not been released. Blackledge, a junior at West Carteret High School, amassed over 1 million followers on TikTok, where he shared videos featuring his white Ram truck. His energetic spirit and love for cars made him a popular figure among his followers. He was remembered by his family as someone with a deep passion for life, the outdoors, and even helping his mother with daily tasks like cooking, gardening, and yard work. A statement from his friend Rustin Gambardella, who often appeared in Blackledge's videos, described the loss as devastating. Gambardella said, "Losing a person you view as a brother is one of the worst things I've been through. Josh always made me happy being around him, and we had so many memories together. He will be greatly missed." Blackledge's girlfriend, Emmy Gillikin, also shared an emotional tribute to the young star, reflecting on their relationship and the pain of his loss. She wrote on TikTok, "Josh showed me what love really was. Even after these past couple of days, nothing seems real." Joshua Blackledge will be remembered for his infectious energy, love for life, and the joy he brought to those who knew him, both on and off social media. Finally tonight, Jessica Aber, the former U.S. Attorney for Virginia's Eastern District, at the age of 43. Her family confirmed that she died in her sleep last weekend, with her cause of death attributed to complications from epilepsy, a condition she had battled for years. According to Alexandria police found Aber unresponsive at her home on Saturday morning. Authorities have previously stated that there was no evidence suggesting her death was caused by anything other than natural cause. The family is now awaiting further information from the medical examiner, which is expected in the coming weeks. Aber, a well-respected figure in the legal community, was confirmed to the position of U.S. Attorney for Virginia in 2021. She had previously served as an assistant U.S. Attorney and Deputy Chief of the Criminal Division. Aber resigned from her post on January 20th, the day President Donald Trump's passing has left a profound impact on those who knew her. In a statement, Eric S. Siebert, the current U.S. Attorney for the district, described Aber as unmatched as a leader, mentor, and prosecutor, that she is irreplaceable as a human being. He added, "Her professionalism, grace, and legal acumen set the standard. Though we are devastated by this loss, each of us in the Eastern District of Virginia will look to her to live up to that standard." Aber's family has requested privacy during this difficult time as they navigate their heartbreaking loss. And that's your dose of nightly news. We will see you right back here next time. Good night.